If they set that android free, it will be the end of all of us! No!
Okay, so chapter 357 is out, and all I have to say is we're cooked. I said this when Japan was playing against France. I'm gonna say it again now that we're playing against England. We're cooked. Now, look, after a recent chapter, you're probably thinking, "Oh yeah, bro, it's free eats." Usagi's about to devour Agi because he sees that he has an ego, right? And you think that's a good thing, right? Until you come to the realization that this team is this good without an ego, right? And and they highlight it a little bit in this chapter, but they don't really emphasize it. We don't run into egoless characters that they just don't have an ego, right? That's been the whole Bullock thing. Most of these characters that get introduced eventually either have a ego in some type of shape or form or manner, right? And the craziest thing about this is that this team is already giving Japan belt without any egos, right? And this the zero to infinity is a ridiculous plan that's destroying Japan, right? And I think that of course, they're gonna overcome it. As we see, they made a small crack in their defense with Zantetsu almost scoring, right? And that's great. But tell me just real fast. What are we gonna do when everybody on this team just starts realizing that they have an ego, right? Like they just start playing like Blue Lock, right? And they start doing what Nigeria did in a sense, and they started caring more about their own desires and their own free will. What do you think's gonna happen to the Japan team, right? Teddy, a character that literally recently is only good at one thing, that is dribbling, right? His dribbling alone has been stated in a recent chapter to be the reason why he's a new generation World 11. You know how crazy that is? That means one stat, one ability of his makes him a new generation World 11. Mind you, the other characters we've been introduced to have multiple things that make them very special. Hugo, his spatial awareness is elite. He's a great passer. He can shoot. He can dribble. He's very analytic. Sai is very similar to him in that manner. Loki is a really good striker, incredibly fast. He's also extremely intelligent from what we've seen in the last game. Kaiser, a great striker, can get you a goal from pretty much anywhere. And like again, he's pretty good defensively and offensively. Like he's probably one of the most versatile strikers we've seen so far. And then Bunny, I mean, we don't have much about Bunny, but like we know he's probably gonna be amazing. And then you have Lorenzo. He's probably not as good as the others, but again, he's pretty balanced. We saw what he was doing in the Ubers game. But setting all that aside, basically what I'm trying to get at is if Teddy is egoless, right, and he was able to become a new generation Word 11 with just those 7 variations of that technique, right? Then on top of this, you have a character like Ego talking about, wow, how'd you create a monster like that? We got Ego Glees and Teddy too. He doesn't even have an ego yet. Like, do not let Teddy or any of the England players for that matter shut Agi out too. Don't let them get an ego. Isagi's trying to devour them, and I promise you, although it's going to make Japan better, I promise you, if England's already at this level, and then they just start getting way stronger because they all now have egos, and it's like pushing their performance up, you guys are gonna get destroyed. Now, of course, Japan's most likely going to win this game. I'm not delusional. Japan's probably gonna win this game, but like, there's probably gonna be a lot of chapters where they're probably just getting destroyed because this team, I want to emphasize again, is very much broken due to the fact that they've gotten this far without that philosophy. A philosophy that most of these characters carry, which improves them and makes them stronger and even pushes them into flow. Most of the time, your ego is pushing you into flow, just like how Ren does, how Kaiser did, how most of these characters do, right? So that means most of these characters can't even really enter flow, right? They don't have the right goals or desires to be able to meet that criteria. So they can't even do that. So their base forms are just destroying y'all, and they don't have anybody on their team with Predator's Eye or Metavision. You want to know why? It's probably because none of them have an ego yet. And once they unlock that, they're probably going to start unlocking those very, very extracurricular abilities. And when that happens, God help us all, because Teddy's already destroying the team. Honestly, I say move your tier list now, honestly, because originally I wasn't putting him that high, but if he's the new generation World 11 just off that stat, and we haven't even seen the full glimpse of his abilities, if he showcases any more, that's crazy. Like, that's crazy. We don't know the exact criteria of how you get to new generation World 11, but I'd assume it's like you have to have a world-class ability that is above other standard world-class abilities. Like, not something just like Metavision, but something that probably transcends Metavision or Predator's Eye, like abilities like those, right? Like, let's say for an example, right? Let's just do this mid-video. Kaiser's ability, the Kaiser Impact, nobody can just replicate, right? And like, nobody has that. Lorenzo's lockdown, zombie lockdown abilities, those, nobody has those. He's broken. I mean, he's the U20's world, he's the best U20 CB in the world. And then you have Bunny, who has probably the highest jumping in the verse. I mean, I'm just saying that due to the fact that they just glaze him like that, it seems to be. Sai has a perfect kicking technique and perfect accuracy, which makes him broken. Let's see who else. Loki, he's a speed demon. Like, he actually looks like he doesn't belong in the verse. Like, he looks like he belongs in Dragon Ball. And then who else? We have Hugo. He breaks you down with his analytical philosophy. And then again, Teddy, bro, he's just broken, bro. Like, I just don't know what else to say. I guess the criteria is just you have to be broken, because characters like Nagi, Isagi, and Ren don't fit that criteria, and they're very talented. So it definitely has to be a higher level of skill you just have to have, right? Now, Ego is telling Fox, like, oh my gosh, how did you create this monster? And he's like, oh yeah, no, just take them while they're young and literally just like groom them, basically. That's pretty much what he said. Don't take my words out of context. That's pretty much what he said. He literally was like, yeah, man, just don't let them have hopes and dreams, and just put, like, man, your own hopes and dreams into them. Like, I'm like, bro, Fox, like, why are you so evil, bro? Like, what's up? Even Ego, mind you, Ego is a asshole for the most part. Even Ego, like, damn, you're always so scummy. And then we also get a little bit of insight on Ego's backstory, because Fox is actually his past coach, and they didn't even get along when he was an active player and he was his coach. But that also does make me feel like maybe this game, are we gonna get the Ego backstory? That would be crazy if it was this game. But all that being said, don't let Teddy Knight and the rest of the England players unlock their ego, because it's gonna shift the power scale. Look, I don't feel like moving my tier list again. I just moved it earlier, and it's like, bro, these Blue Lock characters are getting a little bit too insane, right? We have characters just doing the most ridiculous things no matter what. So, with that being said, I'm going to conclude this video with just saying that Kaiser and Sai, that video is almost done, and that video is going to be great. This video was more of a chapter review, chapter discussion, chapter rant, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, no, I'm just getting settled back into the chair. I'm loving the new mic. Y'all hear it? I know y'all hear it. I'm loving the new mic. But yeah, no, that's my thoughts on Teddy Knight in the recent chapter. I hope you guys leave your thoughts in the comment section. I would love to interact with you guys to see how you guys feel about them being so strong as a egoless team, or even some things you have to switch around in your tier list, just let me know. I'd feel very entertained to talk about that with you guys, and I'll see you guys on the next one. It should be Kaiser versus Sai. It should be. But I'll see you guys on the next one, and peace.